Welcome to the G.A.B. This is G.A.B.
They should have never gave you platform. Start the clock. Start the clock.
Oh, y'all like how my clock?
I'm saying clock, y'all. I know it may sound like I'm saying I don't want to get demonetized, so I won't say it. What's good with y'all out there? Hey, I'm your lovely or hated host, Kamal, aka the Black Seinfeld, aka Magic X. This is another episode of the G.A.B. Hey, man, for my tubers out there, YouTube been around since 2005. I don't need to tell y'all what to do to get the video artist channel booming, but just like the rest of the tubers say, I'ma say the same thing. Like a sub a share, share a comment a like. Y'all know what to do. Most of y'all smart out there, you feel me? For my podders though, I'm on Google Podcasts, I'm on Apple Podcasts, I'm on SoundCloud, I'm on Spotify, I'm on iHeartRadio, yeah! Across all those platforms. All you gotta do is type in the G.A.B. or Kamal Johnson ENT, and bam, I'll pop right up. Okay? I like to thank my sponsor, First Place Losers. The link to the shop gonna be in the description below. Y'all go check out the fire-ass garments made out of 100% African cotton. I guarantee it'll boost your sex appeal about 11%. And look here, if it look good on me, it's gonna look good on your in-between ass. Hey, man, I got one of the best audience out there, so y'all know what y'all should be doing, right? Well, then do it then, damn it. Yeah. If they watching, at least they learning. I appreciate all y'all. From the ugly to the beautiful and to the in-betweeners. And good Lord, there's a lot of in-betweeners out there. All right. Let's hop right into it. Yeah, we got to talk about how white teens are looked at as teens, but black teens, oh, we adults.
Jesus Christ.
Shit, when I became a teenager, I basically became an adult. You know why? Because that's how they perceive us. And yes, I'm going there today. I'm going to talk about the Jerry Jones situation and a little white boy that said the N-word and got his little scholarship from Florida Revolt, the little Q.B. All right, I'm going to talk about these situations and I'm going to correlate how to look at these white, you know what I mean? Let's start with the white boy that said the N-word that was going to have a scholarship in Florida, and he got his damn scholarship revoked. Yeah, I'm for it. You know why? Because now it's like, oh, now you see how it feels, how black teens are looked at as adults. These cops be popping our teens. They're criminal. They're adults. We gotta treat them like adults. Or when they get in the goddamn penal system and shit. What happens? Treat it like an adult. Throw the book at him. Bro just got his little scholarship revoked for saying the N-word. And he was like, oh, I heard it in a rap song, bro. I'm trying to be like G.A.B. out here, bro. I'm trying to be like Lil Durk.
Oh my God.
It's okay, bro. Just say the N-word in the privacy of your own home. You don't gotta be public about it. You ain't gotta be on your social media saying it. But you know what? I feel the scholarship revoked. A little slap on the wrist. You know why? Because you're gonna get picked up somewhere else. Apparently he a good QB. Somebody gonna pick his ass up. You'll be alright. Now let me hop into this. Jerry Jones. And how people are saying, like, he was a teen in that picture. They had a picture of him up in Arkansas when it was during, like, the segregation. And you saw the group of white boys that was keeping out the black kids from going into school. And then you saw, body out Jerry Jones right there, like, damn. I think, bro, a future running back for my Cowboys. Wow. Yeah. But the thing about it is this. People are saying like, yeah, the photo old. He was just there. And even Jerry Jones was saying like, I was just a spectator. I wasn't like taking too much account. I wasn't doing anything. And it's like, and then some people was like, he was young. He was a teen. This and that. I'm tired of that. Nah. He was in a picture where these motherfuckers was doing something egregious. And I don't give a damn if he was a teen. Because they treat our damn black teens as adults. He should get the same goddamn ridicule. I'm sorry. I don't give a damn. And we got Stephen A. Smith talking about, he was young. Hold on, I'm doing it wrong. You know why? Because he was a teen. It wasn't nothing thing. He should have been, you know what I mean? We should forgive him. Carry everything. Nigga. At what point do we balance the scales? I'd rather every teen be treated like a teen, but at some point it's like, all right, y'all treating our black teens as adults. When do we start treating these white teens as adults? When they're doing like certain things that's very detrimental, especially towards black people. Huh? Oh yeah, I wore the sports jacket today because I wanted to get be like one of these sportscasters out here. You feel me? Since we talking about Jerry Jones. And let me ask y'all something out there. When has Jerry Jones been beneficial to black people when it ain't beneficial to him? I'll wait. Enough waiting! Never! Now, this is my thing. If we're going to treat Jerry Jones like this, where he was a teen in the photo so long ago, it was like he was young, how you supposed to know, forgiveness, all that, right? We have to do the same thing for our black teens. We can't look at them demonstrative if they do something when they're a teenager and it comes back up when they're older and you want to talk about, nah, bro. Nah. That nigga knew what he was doing. Nah, bro. Can't have that. That's hypocritical. That's hypocrisy. Now, they say a picture says 1,000 words, and I think the word that was mainly said in that picture when the young teenage Jerry Jones was spectating black kids getting harassed by his peers, and he was just looking. I think some of the words in that picture was, don't let these niggas up the step.
Jesus
and Jerry
Christ.
Jones was like, I agree with that. Unless you're going to be running for the Cowboys. Okay? If you ain't running for the Cowboys, you ain't coming up these steps, boy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But nah, for real, this kind of just shows how, like, we give a pass to these white teens to do dumb stuff, say dumb stuff, be in situations where you're very questionable about it and stuff like that. And we give them a pass where it's like, oh, they were just a teenager. They were young. They didn't know, stuff like that. But when it comes to our black teens, or even me when I was a teenager and I was living in Oakland and stuff like that, a lot of situations I was treated like I was like an adult. When it comes to policing, perspective on things, if I did certain things, it was like, bro, why are you doing that, bro? I was like, I get the consequences as of like I was an adult. And all I'm saying is, if we want to give the pass to these white teens for them to do these things, We have to give the pass for the black teens. If we want to treat the black teens as adults when they do certain situations and do certain decisions and stuff like that, well, we got to do the same thing for the white teens. Okay? Come on, people. What? Y'all don't agree? Come on, man. Pick a side. Now, do I think Jerry Jones should get punished? We have to investigate further. Because he was just in the picture in the background. It does look very suspicious. So we have to deep dive a little bit more. You know what Jerry Jones should do? He should 6 things he should do. First thing he should do is he has to publicly go out there and say that the Cowboys is not America's team. 2, he has to publicly go out there to black people and apologize publicly. 3, he has to give we just say 5 million. 5 million to a black organization that's for black people. Not just scamming us, okay? We get to choose the organization. 3. That's 3. 4. Fourth thing he needs to do. He has to watch Juice into his entirety. That's 4. 5. He has to listen to the entire discography of Ice Cube. That's 5. Yeah, he has to do that. And 6. Can't forget the 6th thing. The last and final thing Jerry Jones has to do. He has to go to our black elite educators, sit down with them, have 30-minute to an hour meeting with each one of them. And yeah, he has to complete that course. I think that should be done. I think that's what Jerry Jones should do. Yeah. I don't know. What y'all think? What y'all think about that? How do y'all feel about that? I know how I feel. Alright, man. Enough of this, man. We about to get into the next segment right here. The sad segment. And I'm about to talk about this TV show that I saw on Netflix. It was really good. Like a really good TV show. You feel me? It was called 1899. And essentially, before I tell y'all the plot, you feel me? Let me give y'all some stats. Since I'm a stat teacher. IMDb gave it a 7.9 and Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 80%. The people gave it a 91%. Frick y'all. You know why? Because I agree. I agree with all this scoring. It is like an 80, 90%. You know what I mean? It's pretty good. A little long. And this what I felt. Why a doc is knocked from the pointing system. They were intertwining a lot of stories, which confused me at one point of the series. And then I got back on track like a couple episodes later on. I was like, okay, now I get it. Okay. A little confusing midpoint. Midpoint of the series got a little confusing, and it was like, but other than that, the effects are awesome. The directing was awesome. The direction of this was freaking awesome. Who directed it? Byron Bo-Adar? Great. Great directing. Color palette, great. The mooding was great. The storyline was led into certain things. Great. Magnificent. Loved it. Yeah, this was pretty fire, man. Some of the cast, I didn't know any people on this cast. Actually, the only person I think I've seen him in another show, I can't think of the name of the show, was the character played by Lucas Longard Tanasin. He played Crester. And yeah, I think I've seen him in something else, but the other cast member was Andreas Pitchesman. He played Eek Larson. Then you had Mathilde Oliver. She played Clements. Yeah, there's other people on here I didn't really know. Their names is kind of unique too on here. So essentially, like I said, this was a mystery. This was like a sci-fi mystery, and I'm gonna explain the plot because the plot of the TV series is actually very short, and it's very a lot of detail into this, which made the series so long. But the plot itself was essentially they were stuck in a simulation. That's all it was. They were stuck in a simulation. The main chick, which was played, like I said, by Mathilde Oliver Clements, she was basically she was a doctor. And how the simulation worked, they were in, I guess, 1899, and it was ships and stuff like that. They were on one ship. They got past, and the one captain found coordinates the ship called the Prometheus, and the Prometheus went missing like 4 months ago, and he saw the coordinates, and so then the captain was like, "Oh, we're about to go back," because they were going from England to America. You feel me? Which, I mean, it was kind of funny how they had a black dude in there, and he wasn't a slave, okay? But I mean, kind of try to have his origin story. He was shackled and slave. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right. But he was actually a French captain or whatever, and some other dude stole his stuff. Some other white man stole his goddamn identity when getting on the ship. But I digress. The captain went back and wanted to find Prometheus because it was showing that his family was on there or something like that. But his family died months prior to like a fire or something like that. And it was like, okay. So the doctor, the thing with her is like she wanted to go back to the Prometheus because she was trying to find her brother. And I think this was really tight because the final scene was like it really had you in like a loop and it minded you, and it was like, what? God damn! Wow! So this was the twist. This was the plot twist. But I'm gonna save it to the end. So she wanted to try to find her brother, and then essentially, this is it's a German fiction show. So like it wasn't even American based. So that's why probably like the direction of certain things and how they really portrayed things. It was very artsy. It was very dramatic. You feel me? So essentially, the captain went against everybody's wishes. Everybody on that boat, from the poor people which lived on the lower decks of the thing and were the ones shoveling the coal so the ship can run, to the upper deck of people, the upper echelons, the so-called privileged people or whatever, they all wanted to go to America. They were like, forget this boat. We don't heard things about this boat. It is not good. It's shadow people there, death, and all types of stuff. Let's just leave the boat alone. And the captain just could not do it. So he went against everybody's wishes. And in my head, I'm like, they're going to revolt. Like, you and like 3 other people want to go find this Prometheus thing because of y'all backstories. And so what happened? Yeah, they revolted. People started revolting against each other. People started fighting each other. And it wasn't just the poors fighting the rich. It was everybody got intermingled. It was like this person became an enemy of this person. And you start seeing people backstories and their past and how they come about getting onto the boat. And the main thing they didn't show you was, how did they board the boat? Do they remember boarding the boat at all? So then it will start becoming glitches in the system. You know what I mean? And it was like a little boy, and basically the doctor, she bumps into her husband. Her husband Actually, when they get to the Prometheus, when there's an abandoned boat, he climbs onto the other boat. And he knows about the stuff, and he's like, yo, trying to get his wife to remember, like, yo, remember, this is a simulation. And what they tell you is that her father is the one orchestrating the simulation. I put in parentheses, orchestrating. Because at the end of the day, you find out he wasn't. He was a simulation of a simulation. You feel me? So then, essentially, we're going to cut some of the fat because I'm telling you a lot of detail or whatever. People start going to war. They start fighting each other. And there's a lot of biblical things on this too. They had one episode called The Calling. And what it was like how, in Wakanda Forever 2. And the mermaids were singing, hee ha, hee ha, hee ha. That's basically what was happening in The Calling. A lot of people were jumping off. One chick, her mother ended up murking herself by jumping off the bridge and stuff like that. And then another thing that happened was like this black plague stuff started happening. And one of the chicks that was a madam, she touched it, and like her hands, she turned into a black woman, and she was scared for her life. Yeah, she was like, I don't want to be a Negro.
Jesus Christ.
She didn't say that, but that was her sentiment, bro. They were like, no, I can't be black. Oh, hell no. God damn. But yeah, she touched it, and it was supposed to resemble like the Black Plague. She started getting sick and all type of stuff. So a lot of biblical things in it. Then you had like one of the rich dudes that wanted to have sexual relations with one of the poorer dudes, and then you find out in his past that how he got a scar on his eye was basically the one back in the day. I don't know if bro was a slave owner or what. I don't know, but he had that family hemmed up, and he was like, "Yo, I'm about to take away what you took away from my little boy." So essentially, they said that dude that had the scar ended up having sexual relations with his son. And he popped his ass, shot him. And he ended up having the R word with his sister while the freaking father and mother had to watch hogtie. And then the sister ended up killing that dude. So that was their whole backstory. But then that's why they didn't like the rich people. Because like dude was rich and he did all that demonic stuff. So then, essentially though, one of the other rich dudes that his brother, I think it was half brother, was a priest, or was his, I don't know, he called him brother. It was freaky stuff happened. So he liked the one dude with the scar and tried to have relations with him and stuff. And then the brother who was a priest got jealous. But then they had a scene where the two brothers start humping. Yeah. Yeah, man. And then it had the whole like biblical aspect is like, how can you be homosexual but be a man of the cloth? That thing was, it had a lot of deep meaning stuff. And then even when I said with the black dude, where the black dude was a French captain, but then he got like he ended up knocked out somehow. He ended up in a cell, and the white dude stole his garments and stole his French garments and stuff like that. And they ended up marrying a chick that was in royalty, but this chick had more of a connection with the black dude because the black dude is essentially royalty, while the other dude, he was a poor servant, but he did this so he could get to America because he's dying from a disease, a brain thing in his head. See, like, that's crazy, bro. I'm telling you, man. Crazy storyline. There's a lot of detail in this series. A lot of like things where it makes you think. It's like, oh. But I'm gonna fast forward. Y'all can see the rest of it and see more in detail for your damn selves. I'm about to just fast forward it. They start figuring out that it was a simulation because she start having the doctor start having like her memory start coming back, and like it was a certain room that they saw, that she saw, and she was like, "Oh, a memory came back," and like she started remembering the dude being her husband, and the little kid being the son. They thought like these two were like demonic and was like killing people because people start dying on the damn boat. But like I keep saying, it's a simulation, and this dude knows it. So are they dying, or is he waking them up from the simulation? Who knows? But what happened is I started figuring it out, and what he did was he ended up hacking the goddamn mainframe of the system. And the whole time you're thinking like, oh, it's her dad, and the dad has the damn TVs and stuff like that. But you would make me question everything. I'm like, how does bro have all this technology and it's supposed to be 1899? Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Yeah. And so one of the later episodes, you see that they encounter the dad, and the dad shows her that like, yeah, you're actually like a scientist with your husband, but you're experimenting on your kid. Yeah. Which they were. And then the whole time I'm like, I never forgot, I'm like, where's her brother? She not found everybody else in her family member but her brother. And that's the main person she remembered, and that's the main person she been trying to find. Is her brother. The whole time, like, brother ain't on the Prometheus, her brother ain't nowhere to be found. Like, so then, last episode, to crack the simulation. And the whole time they had a thing, somebody, it was a woman saying, wake up. And it was like, damn, they gotta be in a simulation, and they all don't really know it. And at the very end, it's like the husband and her, they cracked the code. They got her to wake up. She wakes up from the simulation. Guess what? Her brother is running a simulation. So her brother was running a simulation of her dad being the one that they thought was a simulation. He was the one hiding in the shadows. And when she woke up, they were on a ship, and everybody that was in the simulation is all there asleep. And she wakes up, and it's 2099. And her brother's like, what up? Glad you woke up. Now we can start doing what we're supposed to really do. The end. That's it. Yeah, man. That was crazy. That was a crazy plot twist. That threw me on like, oh, dang. The brother the whole time was running a simulation on everybody. And used the father, which would be his dad, as a puppet. And the simulator was running 1899. Now, why was he running a simulation? I don't know. Maybe they're going to make a number 2. Maybe they're going to do 2099 and tell why. Because they're in outer space at this point. It had the whole thing. It was like, oh, from the sea to outer space. And it's like, I see what you did there. Yeah, man. I found this to be a kind of thrilling ass series. Like I said, the only thing that downfall is this is like in the middle is it get kind of confusing because there's so many storylines and they're interweaving stuff. So you'd be like, so you gotta really pay attention. But other than that, the theme, how the storyline went, the plot twist, the narration, even the characters, how they're acting, the character build up or whatever, the color palette, incredible. It was a really good show. You feel me? I don't tell y'all if y'all should watch it or not, whatever. I'm just giving you my spiel, okay? Once again, that was $18.99 on Netflix. Y'all go check it out if you want, man. I thought it was really good. All right. Enough of that. Y'all know what time it is. Ooh-wee. It is meme time. Oh, snaps. And I got some juicy memes for y'all. Y'all know how, I ain't even got to tell y'all what type of memes I get because y'all should know how the format of the show go. So, we got a meme right here. And it got like 4 squares. And to the right squares, it got the chick laying down, cartoon chick. And then on the left, it got a brain. And it reads. The brain says, are you trying to sleep? And the right side has a chick, yeah, so shut up. And then the brain says, why do you never see the shadow of a flying plane?
Oh my God!
Oh! And then she wakes up like, Oh my God! You're right! Am I in a simulation? Ah! Yo! The brain got this is how you be sometimes, bro. You just be thinking about stuff, man. Have your brain racing. You be just wide awake because of those questions. Alright. On to the next meme. Got the Star Trek, you know what I mean? Star Trek, bro. Like, hey, bro. You know what I mean? And it reads, if the universe is a simulation, whatever simulated it can also be a simulation.
Jesus Christ.
And that's how this goddamn show was. The show 1899, that's basically what happened. That's essentially what happened. Yeah. It's like, hey, bro, it's a simulation. A simulator could be the simulator of a simulator.
What?
I sound like the Riddler. I'm the simulation Riddler.
What?
Wow, y'all. Yeah. Oh, Lordy Lord. All right. I'm talking about Netflix, right? You feel me? And in this meme, we got Robert De Niro. And it reads, teenagers in the Netflix series. I'm 15 years old. Hey, bro. Why Netflix be doing that, bro? Why y'all be having the teenagers be looking, they be grown-ass men and women. Y'all trying to play them off as teenagers. Man, y'all got some nerve. Netflix teenagers, man, really be adults. Yeah. Treat them like adults. Yeah. Alright, man. Enough of this, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate Tube audience, my Twitch audience, my Reddit family, my Pod family. I appreciate all y'all, you feel me? Hey, once again, this is another episode of the G.A.B. I'm your lovely or hated host, Kamal, a.k.a. the Black Seinfeld, a.k.a. Magic X. Hey, I got the best audience out there, so y'all know what y'all should be doing, right? Well, come on, people, do it then, damn! What you waiting for? Jeez. If they learn, at least they... I was about to say, if they learn, at least they watching. If they watching, at least they learning. God damn, I'm sounding dyslexic. Wow. Hey, man. Like I say, man, I appreciate all y'all. And, look at here, man. For my tubers out there. YouTube been around since 2005. I don't need to tell y'all what to do to get the video order channel booming. Just like the rest of the tubers say, I'ma say the same thing. Like a sub a share, share a comment a like. Y'all know what to do. Most of y'all smart out there, you feel me? Hey, for my podders though, I'm on Google Podcasts. I'm on Spotify. I'm on SoundCloud. I'm on iHeartRadio. And I'm on, there's Apple Podcasts. I almost forgot Apple Podcasts. Good Lord, I'm doing good numbers on there too. Jeez. Hey, across all those platforms, all you got to do is type in the G.A.B. or Kamal Johnson ENT. Bam! And I'll pop right up. You feel me? Yeah. Once again, man, I appreciate y'all. And on that note, I'm about to be out of here. Oh, before that, I'd like to thank my sponsor, First Place Losers. The link to the shop going to be in the description below. Y'all go check out the fire-ass garments. I guarantee it'll boost your sex appeal up about 52%. And look here. If it look good on me, it's going to look good on your in-between ass, okay? And like I said, I like the in-betweeners, the ugly mugs, the beautiful swans. Y'all all are appreciated, okay? And on that note, I'm going to hit y'all with the save out now. Jerry Jones, he's a good man. Yeah. The picture was taken when Jesus was walking, okay? And why should we, I dare you people talk about Jerry Jones.
This was G.A.B. This was G.A.B.